Once upon a time, there were three best friends named Skip, Chip, and Gertrude, who lived at an old Weeping Willows orphanage. Now, Skip, Chip, and Gertie, that's short for Gertrude, always enjoyed playing together. The three of them decided they would celebrate by pretending they were having the biggest birthday party ever. And would you believe they made themselves a big 3-layered birthday cake out of mud?
Our cakes is all ready.
I've got the candles.
Here, you forgot one. This makes 9 candles.
Our cakes looks yummy.
I can't wait to taste it.
But not before we sing happy birthday.
I'll light the candles. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to us. Yay!
Now let's make a wish. When I count to 3, let's blow out our candles.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Gertie, you are so funny.
Okay, Gertie. Fun's over. Stop kidding. Gertie? Gertie?
Something's wrong with Gertie.
I'll go and get help.
Skip runs inside to tell Mr. and Mrs. Meany. They're the ones in charge of the orphanage. When hearing the news, they both rush out to Gertie and could see she's very sick. Mr. Meany picks her up and carries her to the infirmary. That's the sick room, where she's put to bed and left all alone. Mrs. Meany placed a sign on the door that read, "Do not enter." The boys were sent to their dorm room without any supper. And would you believe the Meany said it was their fault that Gertie was sick? Now, on the next morning...
Good morning, Mrs. Meany.
How's Gertie?
Not good, and it doesn't look like she's ever going to get better. I've done all I could to help her.
Can you get her a doctor?
A doctor? No way! There's barely enough money to buy food to feed all of you greedy little kids as it is.
There must be something we can do to help Gertie.
Yeah, there's something you can do. Pray for a miracle. Now get out of my way. Can't you see I'm too busy and don't have any more time for your gibberish?
Pray for a miracle? Chip, what do you suppose she meant by that?
She means it's hopeless to think Gertie is going to get better. But if we ask God, he just might heal her.
Okay. We better hurry. Where do we find him? Gertie has to get well.
We don't need to go anywhere. Our Creator God can hear us wherever we are because he has supersonic hearing.
He does?
Yep.
God, since you have this supersonic hearing, I suppose you already know about our friend Gertie. So we, that is me and my buddy Chip here, want to make sure that Gertie's all better again. Okay?
When I'm talking to him, I always make sure I include his son, Jesus, in the conversation.
What's that?
'Cause Jesus knows what it's like to be hurting and loves to help.
Okay. Jesus? We really need your help here. Will he say something back?
Not like you hearing me talk to you, but... Oh! I got it! I think he's already answered because I've got a terrific idea!
And what a courageous idea it was! That very same night, after everyone else was sound asleep, Skip and Chip quietly got Gertie out of bed and put her in a little rickety old wagon. and they set out for Willows Creek to find a doctor for Gertie. Now, since Willows Creek was a long ways away, they decided to save their supper to take with them, which was an apple and a peanut butter sandwich each. Fortunate for them, it was a full moon out that night, which made it easy for them to see the road. Rickety, rackety, clickety, clackety went that noisy old wagon. On and on it went, clickety, clackety, rickety, rackety. It's a wonder it didn't wake up everyone in that orphanage, as well as every other living creature. And I'd say there was something sure pretty supernatural about that. Rickety, rackety, clickety, clackety, on and on for hours, neither of them saying a word to the other. Neither Skip nor Chip wanted to be the first to admit how hungry and tired he was, or that maybe this was a bad idea. After all, how else would Gertie get to see a doctor and be well again?
Jumping jellyfish? What's this?
Looks to me like a tree.
I know it's a tree, but what's it doing here? How are we going to pull our wagon through that?
Looks to me like we could just go around it since the road is wider than the tree.
Duh.
Well, the night is finally giving way to day. The sun is rising, and it already feels like it's going to be a scorcher. As for our friends, their minds have been so focused on getting Gertie to the hospital that they didn't even realize that they'd been walking all night long without ever taking a break. I'd say there's something sure pretty supernatural about that. On and on, rickety-rackety, clickety-clackety. And just when you begin thinking all is well...
Aw, jumping jelly donuts? What now?
Looks to me like the wheels have come off the wagon.
Duh, I know that. But how are we gonna fix it?
Looks to me like this would be a good time to pray.
Okay, you say Jesus likes to help? Well, go ahead and ask him. I'd like to see him come and fix this wagon.
Jesus, please help us. We need you right now. Our wagon is broke and needs some fixing. We need you right
Zippity-yay, my, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Whoa! Why jumping jawbreakers?
My, let me introduce myself. I'm Mr. Mac, and sure looks like you kids could use some help.
We certainly could use some help putting the wheels back on our wagon.
Doesn't look like it's even worth fixing. Where you kids trying to get to with that wagon?
We're taking our friend Gertie to the hospital in Willows Creek.
I'm very, very, very sick.
Why, it just so happens I'm on my way to the Willows Creek Hospital with a special delivery of jawbreakers. There's room enough in my truck for y'all and your wagon. Would you like me to drive you there?
Oh, yes!
Thank you, sir.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, what a wonderful day.
After the kids and their wagon were in the truck, Mr. Mac drove onward, him singing joyfully while driving along, and Skip and Chip are feeling so happy now that they're singing along too. Even Gertie seems to be perking up. You know, to the kids, it seemed like it was only a few minutes before they arrived at Willows Creek Hospital. Then about 2 hours later...
Guys, look at me!
Gertie? Wow! You are all better again.
Yeah. Dr. Dogood knew exactly what to do to make me all well again.
Well, yes. After I took an x-ray of Gertie, I saw her tummy was full of mud pies.
Say what?
Guys, when we were playing outside, sometimes I was so hungry, I sneaked bites of those mud pies we made.
Yuck!
Once I got all the mud pies out of her tummy and gave her some yummy food to eat, well, now she's fine. As you can see in this x-ray, in her tummy, there's a party going on.
While I was sick, I wondered where God was. But now I know He was with me all the time, through you, Skip, and Chip. You risked everything to get me to a doctor. And through you, Mr. Mack, who came to our aid at just the right time. And through you, Dr. Dogood, who knew just what to do to make me feel all better.
Why, yes, God sure has his way of using people to show his love. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
As you could see, our story has a happy ending. But for it to have a perfect ending, you should know what happened to Mr. and Mrs. Meany. Well, after the kids told Mr. Mack how it was growing up in that orphanage, he had the authorities do some investigating. You see, the orphanage was not poor after all. The Meanies had been keeping most of the money to spend on themselves. So the authorities put those Meanies in jail. Mr. Mack and Dr. Dogood, along with their wives, took over the orphanage. They fixed it up and renamed it Refuge of Hope. Now all the kids living there are happy. And as for those 3 best friends, well, they remain best friends for the rest of their lives. Now, I'd sure say there's something pretty supernatural about that, too.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Zippity-doo